Greetings, welcome, and thank you for joining. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing Company. Greetings, welcome. Thank you for joining. Please, I encourage you to relax, find a comfortable space. Maybe grab a cup of tea, grab a blanket, whatever helps you to feel cozy and comfortable. It's a wonderful day here in the eastern United States for some tea and a blanket. Lots of rain, and it's a beautiful day. Greetings, welcome, Vita. So nice to see you. I'm happy to have you. And Jenny, so wonderful to see you as well. I'm very excited, Jenny, to listen to this week's episode. And Jenny, Jenny, please, you are more than welcome to pop in the link for the podcast in case anyone else who comes on the call today might be interested in listening to The Wheel, a wonderful podcast that I always can't wait to listen to every week. So Jenny, please feel free to pop that link into the comments so that other people will be able to find The Wheel and enjoy your lovely show as well. We'll probably have a small group today, and as the new moon and the warming weather, I do expect a smaller group today, so we may be very cozy and comfortable, and that is just quite all right. If we only have a few of us, maybe we might have some personal messages and maybe some personal card pulling. So we'll see, but please, in the meantime, relax and get comfortable in whatever way feels appropriate to you. Oh, Colette, welcome. So nice to see you as well. Thank you for joining. I encourage you to get comfortable. We're going to wait a few moments and please relax and get cozy in whatever way feels appropriate to you. Greetings and good morning, everyone. Welcome to this Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony in honor of the new moon. Wow, what a time. I don't know about you, but there's definitely a change in the air. It is quite a time here in the eastern US. Everything is just greening up. The grass is growing. The birds are singing. The cherry trees are blooming. I have crabapple trees in my yard and they bloom a little later than the cherry trees. So I'm getting excited to see them start blooming in the next couple of weeks. But everything is just beautiful and blossoming. And so it's a very exciting time, I think. A time of possibility, a time of excitement, and not just for us as people, but I think also for the animals. You can tell with all of their flitting about of the birds, the rabbits are definitely excited. But it's so wonderful. I have in my yard, I have some gardens, and I leave the leaves and the grass over the gardens for the winter to provide cover and food for nature. And so I've been raking those beds and getting them ready for planting. And I've left out the grasses so that the birds can come and use them for their nests. And I have grackles and starlings that come and swoop down onto the pile and they pick through it. They throw leaves and grass everywhere and they find the perfect strands to take back to their nest. And I've been watching a pair of starlings build a nest just over in my neighbor's yard, and they take turns. One comes out of the nest and comes down and picks up something, and that goes back and forth, and they each come and dig through the pile. And as one is dropping something into the nest and making the pile of the nest, and the other one is coming back and picking something else up. And so it's really just absolutely wonderful to watch. It's been very joyful for me to watch. So I'm very happy that I left the piles for the birds to pick through. Wow. So, yes, the energy is just incredible right now. And so I want to say welcome to you and thank you for bringing your energy to this Distant Reiki Healing Ceremony. I'm very excited to offer this ceremony on the new moon, which is tomorrow. So blessings to the moon and gratitude and praise to the moon for all that it does for us and its amazing, wonderful healing energy. So thank you. At this time, I invite you to get comfortable in whatever way feels appropriate for you, to set sacred space in whatever way feels appropriate to you. Let's see here. I think I may not have lit my candles, so please allow me a moment to do that. I have lit my incense. And please get yourselves comfortable. And I'm going to invite us to take 3 deep cleansing breaths together to help us set sacred space. Thank you. You know, this morning during my meditation, I had the vision of a worm. And so often the worm is not something that we really think of. And that is always, of course, something that is passing underneath our feet without any thought. And I just had this feeling, this thought of the worm as being so closely connected to the heartbeat of the earth. Just miraculous, really, when you think about it. These earthworms digging down into the ground and crawling through the soil and the dirt and the rock of the earth beneath our feet. And just what a wonderful gift the worm is. And so I just want to take a moment and say Thank you, worm. Okay, so I believe those on the call, most of you have been to the ceremony before. For any who may be joining us who have not participated before, the way that this ceremony will work is that I will start by setting some sacred space for us by calling in the four directions, honoring and thanking the four directions. I will be drumming and playing some flute in order to do that, and to call in the spirit guides, calling in my spirit guides. I invite you at that time, if you so wish, to call in your spirit guides, to call in your angels, to call in whatever resonates with you. So I encourage you to do that at that time. I also invite you to set an intention at that time as well. Now, I always set the intention for the ceremony for your healing and growth and, for the highest good of all. And you are welcome to set any particular intention. If you have something in specific that you would like to set, you are welcome to do so at that time. You are also welcome to set that intention for, something in your life, growth or healing, whether on a physical or emotional level, whatever it might be, that is up to you. During then the sending of the Reiki, after the invocation, you will hear the dinging of a bell. That's the point at which I am sending Reiki to you. So when I send Reiki, I will be sending Reiki to the chakras. And if there is a particular place where you want the Reiki to go, whether physically or for healing in your own life, whatever it may be, when you set that intention, the Reiki will flow there. The Reiki knows where it needs to go. So I will be sending it to your chakras, but it will go wherever it is needed to go. At the completion of the sending of the Reiki, you will hear the dinging of the bell again. And then I will come back and I'll bring us back with some flute playing. And we will have some card reading. We'll pull some cards as well for some messages from Spirit. So thank you all so much. For those who are regular participants in the ceremony, you know that I often have music playing when I am sending Reiki. I've decided today to do it silently, and just to see how that feels for us. I like to play a particular track whenever I send the Reiki, but I think today we'll just sit in the silence. Of course, when I send Reiki, it's not silent. I breathe a lot, so don't be alarmed by my breathing. You will hear that. But otherwise, we'll have a silent sending of the Reiki today to just absorb that amazing energy and to sit in that energy and to sit in that silence. So thank you all so much. It is quite an honor to participate in this ceremony and to send you Reiki and blessings. So please know that I am grateful for the opportunity to send you Reiki. During the invocation and the sending of the Reiki, I am going to cover you up. That is to honor the Reiki, to honor the invocation, and to honor you as well as you relax in whatever way feels comfortable for you. So thank you. Greetings, North. We greet you, North. We honor you, North. We praise you, North. Hail a moment. Greetings, East. We greet you, East. We praise you, East. We thank you, East. Hail a moment. Greetings, South. We greet you, South. We honor you, South. We thank you, South. Hail a moment. Greetings, West. We greet you, West. We honor you, West. Thank you, West. Hail a moment. Spirit guides, angels, archangels, beings of light. We greet you. We honor you. We thank you. Hail a moment. Greetings and thank you. It is quite the honor to send you Reiki. Now, of course, Reiki runs on its own time, and so sometimes the sessions are longer or shorter, depending upon what's called for. And so this one was a little shorter than some other ones, and that absolutely is okay. So this one had some really strong images. Maybe not as many images as other sessions, but definitely some very strong ones. I'm not sure that I can even remember all of them, but I remember the really strong ones. So, for instance, I might not remember exactly what I saw. No, I remember now at the third eye. At the third eye, I saw a pencil. And I had the distinct impression that writing is important to someone, that writing is a spiritual kind of experience and practice for you. And so just there was an emphasis there on writing and a focus on writing. And it's coming to me now, even the joy of writing. And so what I'm going to say to that, what I'm picking up and feeling, is lean into that joy and just express the heck out of it. Grasp that pencil and have at it. Archangel Gabriel is very good to call upon for inspiration for writing and communication. So you may want to consider drawing upon Archangel Gabriel at this time for inspiration and assistance with communicating through that pencil. So thank you for that. At the heart chakra, I saw an ostrich, and an ostrich is not a bird that I spend a lot of time thinking about at all. And I saw the ostrich and I thought, what is this ostrich doing here? And the message that I got was that the ostrich is actually very much an incredible bird. The ostrich is very fast and a very powerful runner. And so the idea was to focus upon those strengths. The ostrich also is not a good flyer. And so we can say that we can focus on its lack of flying power, or we can choose to focus on its running power. And so the message at the heart chakra was to be focusing right now on the power that you have, the things that you can do, and not so much on the things that are a challenge. So for the ostrich, focusing on and appreciating its running power rather than feeling negative about its flying capabilities. So focusing in on the ostrich's running power rather than the ostrich's flying powers or lack thereof. So that was the message at the heart chakra. And I think for us as humans, we so often have a tendency to be down on ourselves for the things that we can't do. And that's very much something that is at the center of the heart chakra. These feelings of worthiness, these feelings of being good enough and of deserving. And so the ostrich might say, oh gosh, I can't fly, and so what good am I as a bird? I'm a worthless, useless bird. But the truth is that the ostrich has very powerful running capabilities. And so the ostrich can focus on its ability to run. And so I'm going to encourage us to recognize our running abilities rather than being negative about any kind of abilities that we feel a lack in or that we feel unworthy about. So focusing in on that heart energy area and reminding ourselves that we have amazing capabilities, and to focus in on those powers and on that amazingness rather than to focus on the challenge with flying. So if we are ostriches, focusing on our running rather than on the challenge with flying. So pedal those legs, run fast, and appreciate those flying or those running capabilities. At the sacral chakra, I saw dice. Well, I guess it was a die. And the message here was one of taking chances and taking risks. So I don't mean to go out and start gambling and gamble away your life savings or gamble away your last pennies, but to take some chances. Now, interestingly enough, before I saw the dice at the sacral chakra, at the solar plexus, I saw money. And so I don't think that the message from Spirit is, okay, take your money and go gamble with it. I think the message for the solar plexus with the money was, at least what I was picking up, was abundance and wealth and recognizing the wealth and actually even counting the money. There was this idea of counting your pennies. And I think that that is a message to us to count our blessings. And we can actually literally count our money and be thankful for that final last penny, knowing that we have it and being thankful for that. So at the solar plexus, that money brought a message of wealth and being grateful for that wealth, being thankful for the abundance, and just simply saying thanks for that very last penny. So that was beautiful. Now, again, in the sacral chakra, then with the dice, it wasn't about gambling away all that money that we have. It was about taking risks and taking chances. You know, life oftentimes is so much a roll of the dice. And we don't know what numbers are going to pop up on that dice. But the message from Spirit is to roll the dice. Oftentimes we're just afraid to roll the dice because we're afraid of what numbers we might get or might not get and what might pop up on the dice. But the message here is to roll the dice and take the chance. And take those risks and stretch yourself. That's definitely the message that I'm getting at the sacral chakra. Take some risks. I don't mean do anything really crazy. So what I'm saying is, don't leave this ceremony and say, you know, Christian told me to go jump off that bridge. That is not what Christian is saying. Spirit is not saying jump off the bridge. Spirit is saying take some risks in your own life. How about some well-calculated risks, but stretch yourself out of your comfort zone. Finally, at the root chakra, I saw blood vessels, specifically capillaries. So, you know, the very small blood vessels that we have. And I really think of thin branches on trees as capillaries. You know, if we think of a tree and the limbs as arteries and then the branches as blood vessels, I like to think of the very finest, smallest limbs at the edges, the tiny twigs, as capillaries in our system. And so the message that I got here was that those capillaries, those very fine, tiny edges of our circulatory system are like the very fine edges of the roots for a tree. And the message that I got here was of a stretching and a reaching out. You know, the roots on a tree, those very fine roots at the edges, are really the tree's feeling system, to feel what is out there, what is available, where can I move into, where can I find some new water, where can I find rejuvenation, nourishment for myself. And so it's again that idea of stretching out, even in the smallest little ways, that we have small tendrils reaching out into the universe at all times, whether we realize it or not. And so I think that we are being encouraged at this time to stretch ourselves out a little bit, to know that as we stretch ourselves out, it doesn't have to be a whole big root that we just send straight out into some new territory. It can be these small, little, fine edges of roots that we push out ever so slightly to find some new territory. And so again, that brings me back to that message of taking risks, stretching out of our comfort zone, and just really stretching a little bit in whatever that way that means to you. So expanding outward a bit for yourself. Those were the messages that I received. Such lovely messages. So thank you so much. I'm going to pull some cards and let's see what we get from the cards. Okay, I have here the angel deck. Let's see what we might get from the angel deck. Bethany says, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. So as I read this card, I also remembered that I did receive a message as I was at the crown chakra, and the message simply was, tell me to eat less meat. That's what I got. So I'm passing it on to you. Just a very clear, distinct voice that said, tell me to eat less meat. This physical bodily card made me think of that. So thank you, angels. So the message here is making sure that we take good care of ourselves, making sure that we are watching out for our own selves, our own physical health, our own mental and emotional health. And the truth is that when we take care of ourselves, this card is so right. Everyone benefits. So we often think of self-care as only self-care, and that when we care for ourselves, as it's called self-care, it's just about taking care of ourselves. But the truth is that when we practice self-care, we are better able to show up as our authentic selves and better able to interact with others and bring our best selves to our interactions. And so definitely self-care is a really important message for us at any time. I have the tarot deck, and let's see what pops up for the tarot deck. Oh, let's try that again. All right, so interestingly enough, I have to say that card was the Three of Cups. I believe the Three of Cups was a card that came up on my April reading, Choose One of Three. Interestingly enough, so I mentioned that card. It was right there. And for whatever reason, I said, no, not that card. And this card, though, has popped out. So interestingly enough, that card that, bam, was right there was the Three of Cups, which tarot cards for the Choose One of Three April reading. If you haven't checked that out yet, that is on my YouTube channel. I'll be doing another one in May. So, the tarot card that has popped out for us today is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is all about focusing your will, focusing your energy, and wielding that energy and focus. So, I think that what I'm getting from this card is one of focusing in. And what I'm thinking is that as we stretch ourselves out of our comfort zones and put out those small little edges of roots, I think the message here is to consider with intention where you want to put those roots. So, which direction do you want those roots to go? Sending those out, those small roots with intention. So, taking risks that are thought out and well intentioned. That is what I'm picking up as well with that idea of taking some risks. So, getting some focus on where you would like to take your risks and being intentional about that risk taking, being intentional about your gambling. So, I'm gonna draw. Okay, we'll draw one of each here. Let's grab a rune and see what the runes have to say. Aha! This is the rune of harvest. So the rune of harvest. And isn't this such a time to harvest as well? I feel like this rune came up in the April reading, choose one of three as well. I feel like this rune was there too. So definitely some common messages and themes at this time. So the idea here, I think, is recognizing when it is time to harvest, when it is time to plant, and that we can only reap what we sow. And so we can only harvest what we plant. So the importance of making sure that you are planting with intention and planting with focus and purpose, because what you plant is what you will indeed reap. So making sure that whatever you are planting, you are aware of what you're planting, because that is what you will harvest. So the message that I'm getting from the rune, the harvest rune, isn't so much about the actual harvest itself as it is about what comes before the harvest, and that's the planting and that's the caring for the plants. And so making sure that we are being aware of what we're planting in our lives, physically and metaphorically, because those are the things that will come to pass. Those are the things that we will harvest. All right, one more for us. I'm going to draw an angel card, archangel card, before we go on our way on our merry Sunday. Lovely day today. It's raining here in the eastern U.S., and I do love rain. Rain is one of my favorite things. So this card has popped out for us. Oh, there are two of them. Okay, so we have the healthy lifestyle card. Archangel Raphael says, eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So we have this message again of caring for ourselves, taking good physical care of ourselves. And I think yet again, I feel like this card came out for the choose one of three April reading. So I feel like this card popped up in that set of readings as well. Holy cow. And then Archangel Michael says, you are safe. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. So what I'm getting from this card is that Archangel Michael is saying that as you extend those tendrils, as you press into new soil, as you roll the dice, you are protected. You are loved. Know that you are supported in that stretching outward. Wow, lovely messages. Thank you, angels, for your guidance. Thank you all for joining me in the ceremony today. This is a full moon ceremony, and I'm sorry, a new moon ceremony. I will be joining you again on the full moon, so we will have another full moon ceremony. I'll be scheduling that and sending those invites out in the next couple of weeks, so be on the lookout for that. I do have a mailing list that you are welcome to join, and on that mailing list, I will email you updates and reminders about upcoming ceremonies. Now, this may very well be the final new moon ceremony for a couple of months. As the weather warms and as we all send our own tendrils out into the world and we get out more and we enjoy the outdoors, and we enjoy the lengthening days and the increased warmth. I know Colette says that it's snowy in where she is in the UK, but warmer weather is on the way, Colette, I promise. And so we may very well end the new moons for a couple of months until the weather cools again. Or who knows, maybe I'll want to offer up another ceremony on the new moon. But definitely we'll be having additional ceremonies throughout the warming months. So this is not the last one for a few months, but it may be the last new moon ceremony for a few months. You can always reach me, of course, on Facebook. Send me a message or send me an email, christian@standingstoneshealing.com. I am accessible and I am always honored to be able to send you Reiki. So I want to thank you all so much for joining me in today's ceremony. I want to send you blessings for this new moon starting tomorrow. I want to send special blessings to Vita, whose birthday is in a couple of days. So best wishes for a blessed birthday, Vita. And I send you all blessings and best wishes. And thank you so much. Colette, it is my honor and pleasure to be able to conduct this ceremony for you and to bring us Reiki energy all. So it is my honor and pleasure. I am so grateful to be able to spend time with you. So thank you so much. Some things coming up. I am going to be featured on the Collectively Quantum podcast this week that will be released on Thursday. I'll be updating that on my Facebook page. That was a lovely conversation that I had of Isabel Wells of Collectively Quantum. And so that will be a nice discussion that you are able to listen to if you so choose. And that will be posted on my Facebook page. And again, Jenny, I can't wait to listen to the Wheel new episode later today. I love to listen on Sundays. And today is a wonderfully cozy day to listen in to that podcast. So I'm very excited for this next episode of the Wheel, as I am every week. So I want to say thank you all. I want to say blessings and best wishes to you. And I hope to see you again at the next ceremony. Thank you and best wishes for your journey.